Beth. So we got to discuss a few things so far about how you've been feeling, especially in regards to your anxious thoughts regarding school. I'd like to ask you a couple other things about what's been going on in your life along with these feelings. How do you think your anxious thoughts, feelings have been affecting your mood? Have you been feeling happy, sad, more moderate? Can you describe that a little more?
Well, I'm anxious. Really it's the anxiety. I don't feel particularly sad. I don't have any anger, any shame or confusion or I don't know how many emotions you want me to list off here, but no, it's just anxiety, worry.
Okay. I mean, I can understand that could be a little difficult getting in the way of school. It might affect your effort potentially. Okay. As far as the way you've been behaving recently, do you feel like you have a significant drop off in social aspect to your life or relational aspect to your life?
I mean, I would say I'm not as social as I used to be. I didn't worry about work. I always felt like I was going to get things done, so I could spare time to go out with my friends or to see a movie every now and then. There was always this sense of, oh, there's plenty of time. I don't have that feeling anymore. Even if I go out with friends for a little while, every time that I'm not spending on work is wasted rather than afforded, if that makes sense.
Okay. Why do you feel like you're wasting time when you're out with your friends?
Because I don't feel like, whatever amount of time I have, I don't feel like it's enough to get the assignment done, which I worry. I don't want to be in that situation where I had time to do it if only I hadn't gone out. I don't want that to ever happen. I'll have 8 hours to do an assignment, and sure, I can go out for 2 hours with my friends, but what if something happens in the assignment and I get stuck and I really needed those 2 hours?
So you would say, is it fair to say that you are spending more time alone in schoolwork, or are you spending more time alone, including entertainment, watch TV or play video games?
I don't play video games anymore. My poor Xbox must miss me. But yeah, I don't really go out. I don't go to movies. My friends keep me informed of things that they're doing, but I turn down invitations a lot. Entertainment-wise, I'm watching less TV. I don't play video games anymore.
But you said that you feel like your time is being wasted. Are those activities included in that, what you would consider wasteful time?
Yeah, it's starting to get that way. For me, what I feel absolutely comfortable with is in the morning, I take a full hour to get dressed and shower and ready, and I don't feel guilty about that or stressed about it. And in the afternoon, I give myself about 45 minutes to eat dinner while watching TV. And those are 2 times where I don't worry at all. But everything else, I try to work.
It's very good to take care of yourself, obviously. It's a very important thing. Now, as far as your thinking is going, before this latest period of anxiety, do you feel like you were pretty up to speed with everything? You understood concepts well. You did well in school, you said. So, did you feel like your thinking was pretty clear?
Oh yeah, always. I never had the sense that I had the fastest processing speed, but I could sit down and I could figure it out all the time. I had absolute confidence in that.
But now? How is that?
Oh, now it's not like that. Now I worry a lot that I'm gonna run into some concept that takes me, I'm always worried about the thing that's gonna stop me.
That must be pretty tough then.
Yeah, it's just, I never worried about things like that. It makes me think of like other students because it was always so easy for me and I couldn't understand the students that seemed to struggle. So now I can kind of empathize with them a little bit.
Okay. How is your overall physical health been? Before you had the anxiety, do you feel like you're pretty physically fit? You took care of yourself?
Yeah, I'd say I went on walks every day for about an hour. I mean, nothing too strenuous, but I was out and about. These days, it feels like a waste of time, so I don't do that.
And now, do you ever get upset stomach, headaches, any kind of muscle cramps, things like that that might be related to your anxiety?
I don't get headaches, but now that you mention it, yeah, sometimes my stomach really does bother me. When I'm feeling really anxious, I have this like acidy feeling in my stomach. It's just really heavy, and I don't really want to eat. It's not nausea. It's just very uncomfortable.
Sorry to hear about that. Okay. And you did speak a little bit about your friends, obviously. Before the anxiety, you said you went out with them regularly.
Oh yeah, once or twice a week.
All right. And now you're not seeing them at all, or it's just a reduced amount?
It's very rare at this point, and usually it's if one of them goes out of their way to come to my house to like touch base and make sure I'm okay. It seems more like check-ins than hangouts these days.
Okay. And what are you checking in on?
Well, what they're checking in on, I guess. I mean, they've kind of noticed the change in me, and I've mentioned that I'm nervous to them. They know about it. And I think at first they just thought it was a phase, but I think they're really starting to worry. So they come in and they try to cheer me up and try to pull me away from my desk. So.
And when they do check in on you, how much do you really open up to them when they ask questions about how you've been doing?
I mean, I'm honest with them if they ask me. I mean, they gotta ask the right questions. I don't really volunteer too much, but I'm pretty candid. I'm comfortable talking to them.
Well, it's always good to have friends who you can rely on to pick you up when you're down, and I think that's something you should probably explore a little more, and maybe you could really gain some stability and strength from inside. All right. So what have you done to try to address the anxious feelings you've been experiencing? Have you tried any coping skills? Have you tried distracting yourself from those feelings? What have you tried to do?
At first I was trying to distract myself. It just felt more like procrastination, really. Like, relax, watch TV, eat a little snack, play with my dog. But I was always worrying about it. Now I just, what I've gotten to now is I'll just kind of not do the work and sit on my couch until the anxiety is so painful. It's just less painful to do the work.
So you're avoiding work because of the anxiety, or the anxiety is there, which causes you to avoid the work, which causes more anxiety, which causes you to to get the work done? Is that how it goes?
Exactly. It's like at first it's mild enough that I just don't want to bother with work, but if I just wait long enough, I'll be compelled to do it.
Okay.
So.
Would this be with most activities that you find to be pleasurable, enjoyable?
What do you mean?
Well, you said that you feel like they're kind of a waste of time, and it's kind of just because you're not doing whatever the work is. Would most of your pleasurable activities create that anxious feeling in you? Or is it mostly just around schoolwork and like mostly?
Well, I mean, the schoolwork is always what it comes back to. That's what I'm always worried about. That's what I always feel like I should be doing, even if I'm doing something else. I just, if my time is not, if I'm not sitting at my desk doing work, I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
Well, it's very healthy to have things to do to not necessarily distract you, but to break up, potential monotony from school. So I think it is something you would probably want to explore. I know you said you have pretty strong feelings of being, feel like you're wasting time, but
Mhm.
it is a good and healthy thing to have activities to